Welcome home, Red Pack. Marcus here, and welcome to Comfort Cartoons, the show where I collect absolutely everything from the late 90s, 2000s, all the way to the modern day. And I'm also trying to create the world's biggest Spongebob and the world's biggest Nickelodeon collection. You're Nickelodeon. But not just that, the creator and CEO of this channel also did audition to be in the new Ninja Turtles movie. But I hope you beautiful people are having an amazing day, and if you guys aren't, you know the drill. TMNT, camera flip.
Donatello, you have wisdom. Raphael, you have bravery. And Leonardo, honor.
It's about to get a whole lot brighter, Red Pack, because your boy is here. Today, we are going to be seeing the new Ninja Turtles movie. We are going to be getting a bunch of Ninja Turtles food, going to Walmart, checking out the full Ninja Turtles display, and not just that, at the end, we're going to do a little review, a little spoiler-free review of the movie for those of you guys that haven't seen it just yet. So, first off, we're going to go to Walmart, and we are going to get some snacks for the movie. They have launched a full-on assault of TMNT food-related products that have come out. You guys have seen they did the TMNT pizzas at Walmart. They did the pizzas at Pizza Hut. They have Ninja Turtle cereal on screen. They have Ninja Turtles, a lot of toys. But they've also had so many other snacks too, including mac and cheese. I mean, you name it. This is literally full-blown 90s, 2000s nostalgia waves, food marketing, and I love it so much. And not just that, it's for something for Nickelodeon, which is amazing. I don't even think they went this hard for the Sponge on the Run movie. They are going full throttle 110% when it comes to advertising this film. And as a Nickelodeon fan, and I felt like we had to do a video supporting it. So we're going to Walmart first, and we're gonna pick up some food they have there. They have new chips with a bunch of different flavors that I think would be so tasty to enjoy during the movie. So first off, let's head to Walmart, check out the display. They have a whole brand new display around the TMNT movie. I wanna see that in person and also pick up our chips. Okay, so we are at the Walmart right now looking at all the Ninja Turtle stuff, and Karina's already checking out the little section, and she said people don't like the blue guy.
Only has a blue guy.
There really is only Leonardo is left here, and it's the same thing over here. Like on the toys, the only one left is Leonardo, which is weird because he's the leader of the Ninja Turtles. This right here, Leonardo, he's like the only one left for everything. That is really random. I always thought he was the most favorited. I mean, the chips I think is based off the flavor mostly, but even on this, I mean, there's Donatello, Leonardo, everything else is sold out. But the whole display is really cool. I'm gonna get you guys some pan shots of the display, but that is randomly funny. I think on these ones there's a lot left because they're kind of expensive, $20 each for them. But I mean, you gotta, now on this one there's really
There's no blue guy.
Yeah, there's only.
Oh yes.
There is a couple. Yeah, there's a blue guy. For the record, his name is Leonardo. But yes, the blue guy. He's not too bad on this one, but everything else, yeah, it was all Leonardo based. This one's a Walmart exclusive. What is this here? It's like a little ramp kit here. You guys let me know. That is kind of strange how it really is only him left on everything. Like, that is weird. But we picked up one of every single flavor. These are the pedos right here. So it sounds kind of gross, pedos, but we got all the different flavors here. So we have the crunchy cheeseless puffs, we have the crunchy pizza rings, we have the crunchy onion rings, crunchy fiery curls, and also the crunchy fire lime puffs. They had a lot of flavors. Also crunchy cheeseless curls. Which one do you think sounds like is gonna be the best so far?
This one.
Yes, that's a good choice, a good answer. The orange one here, the Michelangelo one. It's almost like hot Cheetos basically.
Yeah.
So I could see that one being the best. But I could think the most interesting one is probably gonna be the pizza one. I never had a pizza like onion ring style thing. But I guess it's not an onion ring, it's a pea ring. There's another weird sentence. But this is really, really interesting. So we're gonna taste test all of these chips before we watch the movie while we're waiting for it to start. And of course, you know we got Coke Zero on deck. We're back from Walmart.
Yeah.
Very obviously not the same day, but we're back. We are here at the movie theater, actually. That's a Pepsi truck, but he's also at the movie theater. Truckers got to see movies too, you know? The movie theater's way back there because there's a lot of people walking past, and we're filming inside the car, and we are, you know, people already think I'm weird enough, so I don't need any extra eyeballs. So let's go ahead and eat these right now. We're gonna do a taste test, and I got Karina here.
Hi.
as well to do the taste test with us. So we have a bunch of different chips here. These are called Pitos. It's a really interesting name for the chips. I mean, it doesn't really make you think about food necessarily. But let's go ahead and try the chips out and see if they're something you should get or something you should stay away from. Let's find out. Okay, so which one do you want to try? We have them all here inside of her giant bag because look at this bag. Like, how are they not going to think that we are bringing snacks into the theater with a bag like that? That is a bank heist bag, like what you steal money with. Like, that is so much bag.
I want to try these.
Crunchy and fiery curls. They're not even really that curly. They're just kind of like bent. But we have that, and we also have the crunchy fiery puffs. Do you want to try these?
Yeah.
Which one's first though? Okay, so you want to start with what you think is going to be the best.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, there's some downhill for them, maybe. Downhill from there. Let's try it out. I think those ones could be good. I'm kind of betting on the Ninja Turtle vibes being the best with the pizza ones. I'm pretty pumped to try these ones out. So we'll see what these ones are. Let's go ahead and try it out. We're going to rank them from a scale of 1 to 10 Ninja Turtle shells, okay? So let's try out the first chip. Let's do it. There it is, right there. The Cheeto or Pito. Let's do it. Okay, so go ahead and grab this one. Or no, you can grab your own. Oh, sorry about that. I'll get a fresh one. Let's use the example, Cheeto. All right, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. Mmm, spicy. Ooh, that's way more spicy than a hot Cheeto.
Is it?
In my mouth, it feels like it.
That's good.
Okay, we gotta do these quick. We gotta get in the movie. What is your rating on a scale of 1 to 10?
8.
8?
Yeah.
8?
8.
Are you for real? My mouth is drooling. I'm almost trying to get air. Is it as good as a hot Cheeto?
Oh, no. Hot Cheetos is 11 out of 10.
Okay, I'm gonna give it 6. So you meet in the middle at 7. So we tried that one out. 7 Ninja Turtle shells out of 10. Let's get to the next one here. All right, cheeseless or oh, that's why they tasted so bad. They're no cheese. Crunchy cheeseless curls. Let's go ahead and try this out. I was gonna say it didn't taste like any cheese at all. It was just pure pea. All right, so the cheeseless puffs. This one sounds like it could be really, really scary because there's no cheese or anything on it. Let's do it.
It smells so strong.
Yeah, it's like you taste the cheese, but there's not apparently. It says cheeseless, but it does taste like there's cheese. Oh man, but the aftertaste. It tastes like baby peas, like a little baby food, a little smush mush.
Smush mush.
Yeah, like the peas. Wow, that one, you need coverage, like the spicy or the cheese or something. Okay, I'm giving it a 4 out of 10.
7.
Let's meet in the middle then at 5.5. Okay, 5.5 on screen. All right, let's get the pizza ones in here. I want to get something, change that taste. And they also, guys, inside of the movie theater, they should be having like some Ninja Turtles related stuff. They have this popcorn bucket and also this drink cup on screen, which I hope we can get. And they also have a Ninja Turtles slushie, which is like
just green.
It's just apple flavored, but yeah, it's basically just green apple, and because it's green, therefore it is Ninja Turtles. I guess you could just make that anything. It could be Shrek. It could be, if they do the Spongebob movie, it could be Flying Dutchman drink. You know, it could be anything really. But the pizza one, pizza ring. Let's do this. That one's pretty solid. I like that one. That one's pretty good. I'm giving that my highest rating because the flavoring really does take over the pea taste.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Okay, what are you rating it? You like it better than the spicy one?
I don't know. Maybe like 8 again?
Okay, I was gonna give this one an 8 too, so this one's got a solid 8. The other one met in the middle at 7, so this one's our first one, our #1 contender, which is pretty good for Ninja Turtles movie. It's pizza. All right, 8 out of 10. Let's do crunchy cheeseless puff and get this out the way. I don't like the cheeseless ones. Chipitos are a remix of America's favorite snack. All the junk flavor and fun, but made with good stuff. DJP. I don't know who DJP is, but shout out to him. All right, 3, 2, 1. I don't like these ones.
You don't?
No, the artificial cheese just does not hit the same.
I like it.
You haven't not liked any of them. All right, what's your ranking then? I feel like she's supposed to be nice to all of them, but some of these just aren't. Like, this is not that good. What's your rank? What is it, 8? 8 again? Okay, we would have just done the review. All of them are an 8. So I'm gonna give it a 5. A little better than the crunchy one. Yeah. So that meets us at a 6. So 6 on screen. Now, I'm saving this one for last. I feel like it's gonna taste the most best. That's proper grammar, which it's not. But let's go ahead and try out the crunchy onion ring. It tastes like a Funyun. Essentially, it's a Funyun.
I don't like it.
I also think it could be better. I'm thinking like 6.
5.
Whoa, we got finally your lowest one. The worst one, 5. Okay, so I give it a 6, 5. That brings us 5.5. Our lowest one being the onion ring. It doesn't have the greasy taste of a Funyun, so it just tastes really, really like onion. But if you like onion taste, that would be pretty
It
solid.
doesn't taste like onion. It tastes like pepper.
Pepper onion.
Pepper onion.
Pepper onion. All right, last here we have the crunchy, fiery lime until we get inside and we can see what kind of drink options they have in there. Looks like it could be like one of my fingers. I saw him, officer. You went that way. All right, let's do it.
Oh no.
The lime doesn't work in conjunction with the pea flavoring as much as I was expecting.
It just tastes like lemon.
Yeah. What are you thinking?
Like a 3.
Whoa, damn.
I know.
Now this is really the worst one. That was terrible. All right, I'm thinking 5, so 4. Lowest one. So our winner, our contender, the number 1 is the one I can't find. We got pizza. Oh, that's not pizza. Pizza. The pizza rings. Ding, 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 ding. Shout out to DJ P for the remix on this beat. We have the Pitos pizza flavor, number 1. Okay, so that out the way, we got to have some snacks. We're gonna be bringing the pizza ones in there. We could bring the hot Cheeto ones in there, and that's it. I think those are the only ones I'm gonna bring in. But if you like healthy snacks, then all of them are probably gonna be good to you.
It's vegan too.
And it's also vegan too.
That's
Ding. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the theater. If I can film in there and show you guys any of the drinks, I will. If not, I'll review them with you guys once we get back to the cavern. But we're gonna hop out the car and go check out the movie. I'm extremely excited to see TMNT, Mutant Mayhem. Okay, so it looks a little different in the picture. It's actually got like some blue pop rocks in it. So I think it's Leonardo based. We're gonna go ahead and get this for sure. Okay, so we just left the concession stand. I did get the slushie right here. I mean, it was $8, and unfortunately, they didn't even have the pop rocks to go in it. That was mainly why I got the drink, but they did have the green. And we got all of these. So check those out. We have all of the different pins here. I don't know what it was from. They said it was for a charity, for variety. For children's charity, we have the Donatello purple. They're all pretty much the same thing. But I thought to commemorate this trip, it would be kind of cool to get these for the pin board that we have in the Nickelodeon Cavern. So we have all of them, including our favorite one, Mikey. Let's go ahead and try out the green apple slushie here. I did put a little vein of blue in there to kind of give it like a Leonardo type of feel though. The green apple is good. I never had a green apple slushie. I always get the blue or like the raspberry, whatever the color of red is usually. I never had the green one before, so I'm a big fan of it. So we're gonna go ahead and go inside the movie now, but at least we have a little bit of a Ninja Turtles type of drink to try out. They did have a popcorn bucket and also a drink container, but I kind of wanted the pins more because like, you know, the drink container, the popcorn bucket, the figure on top was like okay, but I felt like the pins were, you know, it went for a charity, and I'll be able to put them on the pin board. So I'm glad that we got the pins. I'm glad that we got all the different merch that we have so far. And we have the drink. Let's go check out the movie and see how it is, and I'll give you guys my review when we get out. So I am back home now after seeing the TMNT movie, and I can already say, it's gonna be a spoiler-free review, but I can already say I loved it, I loved it, I loved it. And not just that, I felt like it was like a direct arrow shot in my heart that my main man Sponge actually appears in the movie. I guess that's kind of a spoiler, but there's no like, you know, I'm not gonna say how he appears or how big of a piece or little of a piece he is applied into the movie, but just know that Spongebob does appear in the movie. But the whole movie was such a fun time from start to finish. The art style was so much fun to look at. I'm just in this with like a rating for sure, but we also got all the pins too, so stick around. We're gonna add all these pins to the Nickelodeon pin board in the back, which is our first ever items added to the collection that are non-Michelangelo technically, because we have the red, the purple, and the blue for all the other turtles. Trying to keep it all Mikey, but I couldn't just leave these pins behind. I wanted to get at least something that represented all the turtles to represent this video and this trip we had together. But number one, I gotta say the marketing for this movie was incredible. It literally was like a flashback to some of the marketing for movies that we had back in the day, whether it be the SpongeBob movie, Shrek, Spy Kids. There was so many cool products that came out, and I just am so appreciative of Nickelodeon for doing that, because it was so much fun collecting a lot of the items from the pizza Pizza Hut collaboration to the cereals, as I said, all the different stuff they did, even including the chips that we just got, and having like items in the theaters that you could pick up too, like so cool. With Sponge on the Run, when that came out, because it was like, you know, in the middle of the pandemic, there wasn't a lot of merchandise coming out, nor were there a lot of products even for the movies that released here in the US. I just had to get some of them overseas, the ones that we did get. So it's been a long time since I got to experience a film like this where there was a slushie for it, a popcorn bucket, absolutely everything. And it was just such a fun time to be alive, and I can't wait to see what they do for the next Nickelodeon upcoming films. I heard they're going to be doing a Garfield movie eventually here soon, and that would be a dream if they did that. You already know I would go crazy on getting all of the officially licensed Nickelodeon Garfield merch. It would be so much fun. But the movie starts out very interestingly with like an actual, I don't know if it's just at AMC theaters or if it was at all of them, but like Seth Rogen like introduces the movie and it's like, oh yeah, you know, thank you for watching the movie and stuff like that, which was kind of cool in some ways. Like it was really nice to have like the director of the movie kind of thank you for being there at the same time. But I feel like I've never seen that happen with any other movie. Maybe I'm wrong, but it kind of just felt like, hey, I'm Seth Rogen, you're watching a movie I made, so just in case you don't know if you're gonna like it or not, you like me, maybe, so maybe you're gonna like the movie. I don't know, it felt kind of like, you know, if he was any other director, if he wasn't a director that was like famous on camera, would he have introduced a movie like that? I don't necessarily know, but nonetheless, once you get past the intro, you get straight into the movie and you get to see some awesome ninja action right off the start. The movie starts off like super grungy and like honestly a little bit scary, and then immediately there's a tone shift where they get into kind of just being the characters that we know and love, and you get to learn so much about the characters. There's a new backstory for them. Again, not gonna tell you what the backstory is. There's a new backstory for the characters, slightly altered. There are so many different mutants from the TV series, from the comics, that I didn't expect to be in there. In previous movies, you see Bebop, Rocksteady, Shredder, of course, but in this one, you got so many different characters in it, including one that was voiced by Post Malone, Ray Fillet. And I'm not gonna spoil, like, you know, how his character is utilized, but it's absolutely hilarious. And of course, it's all already in the trailer and stuff like that, but you have the character Superfly that was like, we called her Superfly before, but since Ice Cube voiced him, it became Superfly, which I kind of loved, like the way they utilized his like gangster energy and kind of brought that into the character, and it just was like, what a very nice twist added to the film. The music in the movie was great. I know that the April O'Neil character got like a lot of flack, I guess you would say, for a lot of the major changes they did, but personally I thought that the April O'Neil character was perfect. I would have probably preferred, as somebody who is part black, I think it would have been kind of cool if they would have just gave her own character, maybe just made her like own character, kind of separate from April, and just kind of had her own identity rather than just being another April O'Neil that's different from all the other ones that we've seen. The change didn't bother me. It was just more that I felt like the character could have stood alone as her own character, and she was really cool, super relatable character too. There's a particular moment where, if you saw the movie, where they play the song Feel the Rain on Your Skin, I literally was almost in tears in the theaters. I just was not expecting it, and it gave me such Nickelodeon vibes. Like, Nickelodeon never has any problems with getting a little bit gross, you know, and get a little bit like crude sometimes with some of their like gross humor. And I feel like, man, do the mutants, like all of the mutants in the movie, just fit into the Nickelodeon like family so well. Like, there's a shot at some point in the movie where you see a lot of the mutants like walking together, and I was just like, they look like they should be covered in Nickelodeon slime. Like, they look like some kind of abominations made in the Nickelodeon factory. Even though these characters didn't originate as Nickelodeon characters, the slime color that they used for it, everything about it seemed so Nickelodeon. And there was some Nickelodeon character references in there, two that I could recall, of course. I'm not gonna say which ones they are, but you'll pick up on them for sure if you're a Nick fan. And the characters themselves, like, pulled off, like, you know, being like something that, you know, this generation could watch. Like, definitely a lot of young references. There was references to anime, which is like the biggest thing in animation right now. So many things that this generation could enjoy, but at the same time, for those that are old school fans and people that are just fans of Ninja Turtles, could definitely dig into as well. And the fact that they had the characters actually voiced by teenagers, and it really made them fit that role a lot better. And I can't say it enough. The marketing for the movie was like part of the excitement of it. Like being able to have the pizza, have the cereal, have all the different chips, all that stuff before the movie just hyped me up to go see the Ninja Turtles in theaters. Way more than if I would have just gone to go see the movie. I would have probably just been like, oh, okay, I really enjoyed the movie. It was awesome. But like having the whole hype to bring me into it kind of builds you up to the ultimate finish line of getting to see the film. So I had a great time. I'm so glad that we got a couple pieces to be able to add into the collection. And for my rating, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. I mean, I think the movie was incredible. The only thing keeping me from giving it a full-blown 10, it's just an issue that comes with every like character that's been around for a long time, with Spider-Man, Superman, any of them. If like you're a fan of that or consuming that content for years, origin stories can kind of be a little slow and kind of a little bit of a drag in some ways, because you're like, okay, I already know how they became the Ninja Turtles. So in some ways you kind of just wish you could just get straight into them being the Ninja Turtles. But for somebody like, for example, Karina, who didn't really know much about the Ninja Turtles besides the characters like and the fact that they existed, it really helped her to be able to enjoy the movie a little bit more, having a little bit of a background on the characters, and now she likes them so much more now that she knows their backstory in some way, or at least one version of it. So I totally understand why they put it in there, but for me as a fan of Ninja Turtles, seeing, you know, the WB version of them, the original Ninja Turtles, it kind of just drags on a little bit. But just kind of like I said, with seeing Spider-Man get bit by the spider, seeing Superman get launched out of Krypton, you know, Batman's parents, you know, Martha's pearls breaking, you know, you see it so many times, you're like, okay, I know, can we just go into the action? But again, it has to always be there in case somebody doesn't know how Batman became Batman or Spider-Man got his powers. So that's the only thing that kept it from getting a 10 for me, but it's not even really like a thing that's bad. It's just a personal preference, I guess you would say. So I love the movie though. Anyway, guys, without any further ado, let's go ahead and I guess we could scan it. We got a couple pins here, and these are for a children's charity, and empowers kids who have special needs and disadvantages to provide vital equipment, services, and experience that help them thrive, which I think is awesome automatically. And I mean, I didn't get the popcorn bucket or the drink cup just because of like the fact that the drink cup and the popcorn was like $30, and I didn't really even want popcorn because we had ate all those chips before, so I didn't really even want popcorn. And then the drink cup, I couldn't get the slushie in the drink cup, so I was like, okay, well, I really wanted the slushie. I opted to get the pins instead because there's something we can put on our pin board. But anyway, let's scan these pins. Let's put them on the pin board. You know the drill. Scan it. So let's do this thing right. Let's start off with the Michelangelo one. Let's do it. So for the Mikey one, we're going right here. Boom, we got it in there. For the Donatello one, let's go right here. We're doing these completely random, but I don't know, it feels like it fits in there pretty good. So we got Donatello's right there. We don't got a lot of good stuff going on down here, so let's go ahead and do Leo's right here. We'll give it a little bit of a tilt to it. And for the Raphael one, I'm doing it right in here because it seems like it fits in that spot pretty well. All right, so we have more pins on the pin board. We definitely, like I said, gotta do another video updating this pin board with some more pins on it. And on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, make sure you guys smack that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and also don't forget to check us out on Patreon, where you'll get an extended version of this video and also every other video that goes up here on YouTube, and early releases, behind the scenes, all that type of stuff and more. So go check out all the additional perks on the Patreon down below, and it helps us keep the lights on here in the cavern. And also don't forget, we're on Whatnot 2 nights a week, where when you sign up you get $15 off of your first purchase. There's a bunch of new TMNT items. I've seen people listing there, from the theaters to the pins we just put up there, a bunch of stuff. And some of the pins you can get for free if you haven't already signed up for Whatnot and you use that 15 bucks. It's free collector's cash, so go use it. Link down below. I'll see you guys over here in this video that I know you're gonna love. And as always, Rep Pack, I will see you beautiful people in the next video. Adios and bloop.